yet, but I would imagine they're the same black trimmed in gold as the Braves come out. No TV for this one tonight. The Braves in the first half, as we call the actual move from left to right. Mark Turgeon is his 6th season with the Shockers. He's 97 and 71 overall in his 8th year. 122 and 100. Gene Prelo, Mike Rowan, and Pooh Richardson, who used to be a point guard at Tulsa, his assistant coaches. The Shockers were 22 and 10 last year. 12 and 6, tied for second in the Valley, and lost in the semifinals to Southwest Missouri State. Actually, they lost to Creighton. They lost to the Blue Jays because SMS beat Southern Illinois to advance to the title last year. Jim Lassen, his 4th year, 48 and 53, 8 and 5 this year, and 2 and 3 in the league. With assistant coaches Chuck Bisher, Eric Bisher, Lennox Forster, and Kyle Vogt. The trainers Eric Redmond. The strength coaches Ronnie Wright. The managers Joe Fulton, Pat Forrester, who said to say a special hello to Molly Irvine in California tonight. Hi, Molly. Pat is a wonderful guy, and you're fortunate to know him. Steve Jackson, Mike Peplow, and Gabe Sechrist, the managers. And the basketball secretary is Linda Rose. The officials for tonight's game is assigned by Jim Boomer Bain of the Missouri Valley Conference. The referee is Paul Jansen. The umpires are Kip Kissinger and Darren George. We saw him last week in Des Moines. And I'm looking down there. He doesn't have the red hair. Always notice those things, Coach. Elsewhere in the Valley tonight, Creighton at Northern Iowa. Illinois State at Missouri State. Evansville at Southern Illinois. That won't be pretty. And Drake hosts the Indiana State Sycamores.
Evansville's lost 16 in a row on the road, I think, Dave. And
that's a bad place to go, isn't it?
I think you're right.
Keys to the game, Coach. Tony and Sellis against O'Geary and Cousinard. They are the outside shooting threats for the Shockers. Less than 15 turnovers and more than 5 made three-point shots. Defensively, Wilson and Miller under 24, 24 points. Rebounding, O'Brien, who had a ton at Wichita against Miller, and be within 3 on the boards. Remember, we just massacred Wichita State on the board.
Yeah, and I think they were about 50 up on the season over teams they played. But you're right, we killed them on the boards, and those goals are all reachable, Dave. We play well. I think we're going to be in good shape.
Killed them on the boards, but lost by 2. The magic number tonight, Coach.
I'm going a little higher, Dave. I'm going, I think, 71.
I have 66. And we're about 30 seconds away from the announcement of the starting lineups. Actually, they'll have the national anthem as the teams will line up. Free throw line extended. That Missouri Valley Conference tournament, the tickets, the pre-sale is over 4,000. Season tickets. That means everybody. And Wichita sold the most tickets. They rarely sell very many at all.
I
so
think
that's a change.
The record, Dave, was 600 by Creighton before, and what are the 1,200, 1,400 now season tickets?
Yeah.
That's tremendous.
With the Shockers. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois, as we get ready for our national anthem, and Bradley and Wichita State. It would be hard to top the first one they played, but the Braves will try to get the win here tonight, and whatever it takes. And we'll have a moment of silence, I think, for Dick Estegard, Coach, who you mentioned had passed away.
Dick Estegard, voted for the 1950s Team of the Decade. Estegard helped the Braves in the 1954 NCAA Tournament Championship game by owning the glass. He's one of 2 players in school history to score more than 1,000 points and pull down more than 1,000 rebounds. His 1,414 rebounds in 88 games leads him to school all-time rebounder, averaging better than 16 rebounds per game. Please join in a moment of silence in remembrance of Bradley basketball great Dick Estegard.
This will be followed by the national anthem.
And now, please remove your caps and address the flag with your hand over your heart, and join our singer, Kristen Bell, a junior music major from East Peoria, as she leads us in the singing of the national anthem, played by the Alumni and Friends Band, directed by Dave Froman.
people wore red tonight. You can see that everywhere. Now it's time for the Heritage Bank starting lineups for both teams. The Wichita Shockers will make a lineup change, and Matt Brower will start instead of Karan Bradley. Brower, 5'11", 160, sophomore from Belton, Texas. This is a Texas all-star team. We mentioned that in Kansas a couple of weeks ago. 5'11", 160, 3.7 points, 1.8 rebounds. His assist to turnover is 38 and 17, a good one. The two guard will be P.J. Cousinard, Cousinard. 26 minutes a game for the 6'4", 215-pound sophomore from Houston, Texas. 10.9 per game. He is a good one. The man in the middle is Miller. 27 minutes a game for the Jefferson City, Missouri senior. 6'10", 250, 13.9 points, 7.3 rebounds per game. He could wind up in the all-conference team at the end of the year. He's one of those. Kyle Wilson, he's the one that won the game in Wichita. 6'8", 238, junior from Plano, Texas. Transfer from the University of Illinois, 11.2 points per contest, 28 minutes a game. And Sean O'Geary gets a start. 6'2", 183 sophomore from Denver, Colorado. Averages 10.7 points a game. 33 O'Geary, 32 Wilson, 45 Miller, 2 Cousinard, and 22 Brower. And now the Heritage Bank starting lineup for the Bradley Braves. At the point guard is Daniel Ruffin, 5'10", 165 sophomore from Peoria High. His assist to turnover is 29 61 up, 29 down, 6.9 points, 2.4 rebounds. He's the one that hit the three to send the game into OT. In Wichita, Tony Bennett, straight to be Tony. Number 5, 6'1", 170, senior from Chicago Westinghouse and track Kansas City College. 12.2 points, 3.6 rebounds per game.
Shooting 50% from three-point range as well, Dave.
Right, goes 15 and 30. His assist to turnover is 28 up and 27 down. In the middle, I look for him to have a big night tonight, more than 2 shots. Number 13 is Patrick O'Brien out of Blaine, Minnesota. The sophomore, 7 foot, 11.8 points, 10.4 rebounds per contest. He has 18 blocks, as we mentioned, is moving up that ladder. Lawrence Wright, we talked to him on the pregame show. Boogie, 6'4", 200-pound senior from Wheatland, California, and Yuba Community College. 12.2 points, had the game of his life, and one of the all-time greats in this building and in Bradley history against Wichita State a year ago, where he dialed in 26 block shots, took charges, made steals, did it all.
Really great game.
Marcellus Somerville, 33 minutes a game for the 6'7", 225 senior from Peoria High. 14.8 points, 6.9 rebounds per game, only shooting 37% from the field. You would expect that to get better as the season goes on. 22, Wright. 15, Somerville. O'Brien, 13. Bennett, 5, and Ruffin, 20 for head coach Jim Lex. We gave the officials and the players slap hands with everybody. It takes them about 5 minutes to get all the way around.
I just wonder, Dave, if Wichita, I'm sure they saw our game with Drake, if they might try to stay out of foul trouble, might use a little more zone tonight themselves.
Well, they might, Coach, and the Braves used a little bit of zone against Southern Illinois and some of that second half action that we saw. Well, it's Alumni Weekend coming up. It's Hall of Fame Weekend coming up, and there's going to be a huge crowd. There's still tickets available, but there should be a big crowd on hand for the game coming up on Saturday afternoon. It's a 2:05 tip. Dan DiOrio will have Braves Plus at 1 o'clock. Danny, another outstanding job on the pregame show, Braves Plus. Shockers uniforms, gold trim with white and all black. Boy, there have been some games down through the years between these two teams.
They're starting Brower at guard. He hasn't had a very good year this year. He's only shooting about 21% from three-point range. He's a good point guard, and he's a better shooter than he showed, and he might give us a little trouble. He's starting him in place of Karan Bradley, and Bradley's very capable coming in off the bench as well.
Bradley's had a slump shooting, and so he takes the seat tonight. Braves move from left to right. Here we go. Paul Jansen will toss Bradley and Wichita State. It's back tip. Somerville tips from O'Brien to Ruffin, who's picked up by Brower with a left-hand dribble. With the bounce passes Tony Bennett up front. They double him. Give it to Somerville. Pull-up jumper is up and missed. And a rebound. Should have been a foul on Lawrence Wright on the back.
You're right, Dave.
But wasn't called. And so Somerville, who was 3 for 20 in Wichita, misses his first shot here. Look for the high-low is Miller. O'Geary with it on the left. Look to jump out is O'Brien, who gets back in the lane. With it is Brower on the right wing. Looks and gives to Cousinard. He looks to drive and now brings it back out. Brower likes to shoot the three, ball didn't. Shot clock reads 15. There's Wilson, missed that three. Miller to the board, layup missed. Rebound, Cousinard is up and missed. Rebound this time is taken down, put on the floor, snap between the legs. Bennett scrums it out, and it's a jump ball. It will go back to Wichita State. The shot clock has been reloaded. There was O'Brien.
We dominated out there on the boards. They sure had 3 shots at it here, Dave.
So they got 3 offensive cracks at it because of the rebounds, but O'Brien was in the area, and that's what cut it off. Inbound left in the baseline, O'Geary. Braves in a man-to-man, still off the inbound.
Off the screen.
Wilson missed the 3. And here's a back cut covered up nicely by Tony Bennett. Here's Brower, a half a step on Ruff, but he gets back, and then he goes to the floor. With it out front is O'Geary. Brower. Shot clock reads 20 now, 19. O'Geary. Brower backs up with 16-15 on the shot clock. Good Bradley defense here. 12-11. Now the pass is to Cousinard with 9. 8 on the shot clock. Lob inside is Wilson. His shot is up and good.
Well, they got a mismatch. They caught Bennett inside that time. Got a mismatch.
2-0 Wichita as Wilson gets the score inside. A ball screened by Ruffin. Penetrate and give it to Lawrence Wright. Lob to the goal. There is O'Brien. Kick it out to Somerville. Back to Boogie on the left. His lob is up for O'Brien. Missed the shot. Rebound Somerville. Ball fake, and he's fouled on the floor. First foul of the game. OB was almost point blank and missed the shot.
Well, that's what he needs. He needs to get the shots, Dave. You're right. He should have made that one. He'll make most of them.
O'Geary the foul. His first. Team first. Inbound right for Somerville. And Sellis between the E and the S in Braves, which we'll have again for a little while longer. The NCAA put that off. With it is Ruffin. Somerville up front. Look at a high-low. O'Brien needs to get out of the lane, and he does. Somerville flips to Ruff, go between the legs. 2-0 Wichita, almost 2 minutes in. Here's Wright. Somerville with it. 3-point land on the left wing. Now Bennett looks to take a drive all the way to the goal, floats it up, and bounce it no good. And not a good shot that time.
A little bit off balance, you're right.
With it is O'Geary across the timeline, and O'Brien pushed down Paul Miller. First foul of the game goes to O'Brien at 17:55. 2-0 Wichita State. And the Shockers will inbound with P.J. Cousinard on the left baseline. Looks at Wilson, gives it to him. He has the basket of this game. Played 1 minute and 10 seconds. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Here's Miller. They double him. Good ball movement by the Shockers, and a 3-ball. Cousinard bounces away no good, and Ruff pulls down the rebound. Braves run in the front court. Ruffin, lead pass Somerville, gets underneath, gets hung, and throws it away. Turned it over. Bradley's first turnover tried to hit Lawrence Wright on the left baseline. Here's Brower with it. Now comes and gives to Wilson. Look for a drop-down pass. Bennett tries to fight through the O'Geary screen. O'Geary goes to the floor. Ball's knocked away off the head of Brower, caused by Bennett and Ruffin. And the first turnover of the game for Wichita State. In comes Karan Bradley. He's a junior from Houston, Texas, a JC transfer. 7.1, and he replaces O'Geary. 17-23, first half, 2-0 Wichita State. And Lawrence Wright will inbound. The Braves from the field are 0 of 3 thus far. With it is Ruff. Brings it between the legs with a left-hand dribble across the timeline. Gets the screen from Somerville, who bounces out. And there's Miller holding on O'Brien as he tried to set a post down on the block left from the block right. So each of the big men have a foul. Reload the shot clock to 35, and inbound Somerville left. 2-0 Wichita State at 17:15. Inbound Somerville looks. Threw it away, out of bounds. His second turnover. So Sellis has started slowly here tonight again. He's got a couple of turnovers and a missed jumper. And Wilson will inbound. Ruff tries to deny that, and now Somerville comes back and they're going to trap in the backcourt with Somerville, and now runs to get Wilson. So no Bradley scoring here. 17:08. Ball goes to the floor, and a timeout taken by Brower.
That floor must be slick, Dave. There's been about 3 slips already in the first 3 minutes.
So the first called timeout is a 30. The first half 30 taken by Matt Brower.
That saved a travel violation.
And another turnover. 17:07 to play. And it's 2-0 Wichita State. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by the Country Insurance and Financial Agents of the game. Tonight, they're Mark Lehman in Washington and Don Rice in Tremont. Well, we had a lively Jim Les Live show on Monday night. We thank everybody for taking part in that show. It was a busy hour, to say the least. So it's Cousinard, Brower, Wilson, Bradley, and Paul Miller in the lineup for Wichita. Bradley's lineup stays the same. Looking for their first points, 2-0, almost 3 minutes in. Here's Brower with it. We'll see if anybody else goes to the deck tonight. Look at a ball screened by Miller and a pick and roll, and that was open. O'Brien didn't get there in time, but they didn't get the pass to him. Cousinard with it out in front. Drives against Boogie. His shot is good.
Nice little spin move.
And it looks like Boogie went off his feet a little. And it's 4-0 Wichita State at 16:45. Here's Ruffin with it. Lawrence Wright. Look for the drop-down pass. Now it's Bennett. Get a ball screen on a pick and roll for Lawrence Wright, who gets the bounce pass back. He's going to create himself in the lane. Pull-up jumper as it missed badly. And the rebound
taken down. Just a one-on-one that wasn't there.
Cousinard gives to Brower across the timeline. The Braves are 0 for 4. Here's a ball knocked away by O'Brien, picked up by Bradley Cousinard. There was a walk, wasn't called. Wilson 3 is good, and it's 7-0 Wichita State. They've ruled a 7 here to start the game. We're coming up to the first official time. 7-0 Shockers. That's 5 points for Wilson. Here's a Somerville gets away, looked to take the shot, didn't. Tony Bennett will put on the line for 2, is up and in and out.
They haven't been going to that offensive board much either, Dave.
0 for 5 for the Braves, and here comes Brower with it. We'll have an official time and the next dead ball. Wilson gets a post pass from Miller, turns and fires it up, forced it up and fouled. And Wichita will go for a 9-0 lead when we come back in a minute. 15:53 to play first half. Danny Adams will come in for Bradley. It's Wichita 7 and to the line as a foul was called on the Braves, on Somerville, his first. 7-0 Shockers. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
This is the second half of Southern all over, Dave.
Yep. Okay, so now Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. It's the Shockers 7 and the Bradley Braves Zippo thus far. They're 0-5 from the field. 7-2 on the rebounds. Wichita's dominated here. No Bradley assist, obviously, and 2 turnovers here early in the contest. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Rainer Door of Peoria. Rainer Door, built to be worry-free. Call 579-2500 today. The offense trying to get the ball to O'Brien. Got an easy shot inside, didn't hit it. Everything else has been a chore, Coach.
Well, the whole thing has been a chore, Dave. You're right. The shots we've gotten, we've had several forced shots. We really haven't got the offensive flow as yet. And they've hurt us on the boards. They got 3 offensive rebounds in that one sequence. We've only got 2 rebounds total and 1 on the offensive boards. And we're going to do better than that.
Wichita State had to burn a timeout after Brower went to the floor. There's 2 free throws coming up here for Wichita State. They have a chance to make it a 9-0 score.
We haven't had a chance to press. We haven't scored yet, Dave.
Danny Adams in for Somerville. And it'll be to the free throw line, Kyle Wilson. He's got 5 of the Shockers' 7 points.
81% from the line on the season.
51 of 63, averages 11.2. This will be 2 shots here, so it could be 9-0. First one for Kyle Wilson, that's good. It's 8-0. This is the start the Braves were looking at a week ago on the plus side in Des Moines. 9-0. They were 9-0 behind and came back. Drake did to win that game, and now the crowd will get on the edge of their seat here as Ruffin gives the ball to Danny Adams. He's from Metamora. Zach Andrews will come in on the next dead ball. Right with it, the handoff is to Ruff. Stops at the free throw line, drops it out of bounds as he tried to hit O'Brien. Third Bradley turnover. Andrews in, replaces Patrick O'Brien. It's 9-0 Wichita State, and they've got the ball back. Ruff went up to drop it down to O'Brien, who wasn't looking for the shot, and turned it over. So here's Bradley, hands off to Brower with a left and a right hand dribble, left hand across the timeline against Ruff, who might be able to pick him. Look at inside a lob, Cousinard. They double him. He's trying to pass out of it. Looks, finds Brower. Look for a pull-up jumper. That's not made. Beats Ruff a half a step. Nice drop-down pass inside to Ryan Martin, who's in the game, and it's 11-0 Wichita State. Here's Ruffin with it. Between 2 and loses. 3-on-1 break. It's going to be 13-0. Layup is Cousinard. Good. Timeout, Bradley.
This is unexpected, Dave. Wichita is coming out and playing very well, and we just not run our offense very good. We're not playing very good defense.
13-0 Shockers already. 15:02 to play. First half. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery. When you enter, you're Irish. 100,000 welcomes wait you before and after every Bradley game at State and Water on Peoria's riverfront. Other scores, Southern Illinois 8, Evansville 4, 5 minutes gone. Illinois State 5-4 early, 2 minutes in at Missouri State. Creighton and Northern Iowa are tied at 6, that's at Cedar Falls. And at Drake, Indiana State leads 10-8 with 14.5 to go first half.
Well, the good thing about this here, Dave, we're down 13-0, but we got 35 minutes to play. We've only played 5 minutes, so we got plenty of time to make it up. We just got to start playing a little better at both ends of the floor.
Been too easy. That was great interior passing by the Shockers.
It really was. Penetration and dropped it down for the layup.
So here's Ruffin. The Braves have played about as poorly as you can possibly play in the first 5 minutes. With it is Bennett. Free throw line extended to the right. Get a ball screen from Lawrence Wright, whose 3 ball is up and in and out. And a rebound taken down by Wilson.
We're not going to that offensive boarding.
Here is Bradley. Stutter step dribble pull up 10-footer. That's good. It's 15-0.
They're playing with a lot of confidence.
Ball screened by Zach Andrews. The ball's knocked away a moment and a foul as Ruffin was fouled by Brower. And O'Geary will come in. And Wichita will make another substitution. Jared Young will come into their lineup. Jared Young, 6'6", 185, junior from Kansas City. Wichita 15 and Bradley nothing. And with it is Ruffin. Get a ball screen from Lawrence Wright. Bring it to the right. Up top now. Lob inside. Wright gets free. Has it go off his hands. Now looks. Put it on the floor. He's going to take it into the lane. Jump stop. Turnaround jumpers up and bounced it no good. Got his own rebound. Tries to save and fly swats it to Bradley, who's got another break at the other end. His pull-up jumper from 16 bounced it. No good. Rebound taken down Ruffin as he got it away from Wilson, and then Young fouled him going by. Fourth team foul for the Shockers. 14:08 to play first half. Wichita State 15, Bradley nothing. Lawrence Wright comes out. Lawrence Wright and Brandon Heemskirk knocked heads yesterday in practice. Brandon had 9 stitches. Looked like somebody from Les Mis. With it is Somerville. Looking a post pass inside to Zach Andrews. Instead, it's Danny Adams, and somebody's holding away from play. It's Wilson, I think.
That's 5 pretty quick fouls. We can take advantage of it this first half.
First foul on Wilson, and a 15 foul. Wilson has 1. Miller has 1, and he's coming back in. And he replaces Wilson. So the Braves will inbound. Somerville is back in on a 1-4 set, looking for the first score of the game. 15-0 Shockers. Danny Adams with it. Zach Andrews looks and gives Somerville. 3-ball right. Up and in and out.
And 1 and out is right, Dave. We haven't had hardly any offensive rebounds.
0 for 8. With it, O'Geary on the right. Drives against Ruffin. Penetrate, give it to Bradley. Shockers playing with a lot of confidence, and why not? They're up 15-0 in the ball. Post pass is given to Miller. They double him, turns and fires out in front O'Geary. Shot clock reads 16. Bounce passes to Miller against Zach Andrews. Turnaround jumpers up, bounce no good. Rebound taken down Tony Bennett. Outlet passes to Ruffin. Across the timeline he comes looking for the first Bradley points. 13-17 to play in the half. Zach Andrews hooker. Say hallelujah! Andrews makes it 15-2.
Zach took it up strong.
Pass out in front. Martin gets free. Drop down pass. Miller layup good. Somerville gambled up front. Didn't make the steal. 7 minutes in. 17-2. Miller gets the field goal. Ruffin inside passes Somerville. He posts. He turns. He fires for 2.
That's 2 in a row from the same spot, Dave. About 5 foot in front of the basket.
17-4. Braves trail by 13. Ruffin knocks it away a minute for Geary once, and then in the backcourt. Yeah, he did not knock it away. And a turnover, the second for the Shockers. Brower comes in. And Martin comes out. Bradley is out. O'Geary is out. So it's Miller, Wilson, Young, Brower on the floor for the Shockers, and Bradley, who stays in.
We just got to show some patience, Dave. Our last 2 shots were 5 feet right in front of the basket. Get some good shots.
10 for the Braves from the field thus far. With it, Bennett. Free throw line extended to the right. O'Brien is back in. He's going to turn around, hook it up, and bounced it no good. Weak side board taken down Brower. 17-4 Wichita. Brower comes all the way down. Penetrate kick for a Bradley 3 left. Missed it. Rebound is taken down by Zach Andrews. He and O'Brien are on the floor at the same time. See how this works. With it is Ruff. Looks inside. Can't get it to OB. Bennett gives it to him in good position. He misses the shot. And rebound taken down by Miller. So O'Brien can't get a ball down here. And we'll have an official time in the next dead ball. Wichita 17 and Bradley 4. With it is Brower. Bounce passes Miller up front. Now gives to Young. Up front, Danny Adams on him. 3-ball Wilson missed it. Rebound taken down O'Brien. Gives to Ruffin. See if the Braves can score before the timeout. Ruff with it on the left. His pull-up jumper for 3. Bounce it no good. 1 and done. And Will Franklin will come in the next dead ball. With it, Brower, 11:35 to play in the half. Here's Miller, back cut all the way down, and a foul on Danny Adams. Pushed him going in on the floor.
Well, they made a nice pass. They would have had another layup.
Adams first, team foul number 3 on the Braves. Wichita inbounds, leading 17-4. When we come back with 11:32 to play in a minute, you're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. You got any updates there, Courtney? (14-8) what? Okay. 10:26 to go in the first. 14-8 Southern Illinois over Evansville. Here it's 17-4 Wichita with 11:32 to play. Here in the first half, Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Avantis. If you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl at any of the 3 Avantis locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. And Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. The next 1470 WMBD tailgate party is January 25th. 2 weeks from tonight from 4:30 to 7 at Buffalo Wild Wings in East Peoria before the Missouri State game. Register for a trip to the Valley Tournament in St. Louis, including tickets And accommodations. Coach, the stat sheet looks ugly.
Well, 13 rebounds. You know, we're out rebounding badly out there. Right now, they got 13 rebounds. We got 6. Only 1 offensive rebound. We're 2 for 13 from the field, and both of those coming 5 feet in front of the basket. We got the ball down there for Andrews and Somerville both, Dave. But our shooting the ball has just been very poor, and going to the board has been almost nil, and we played 8 minutes already.
The good news is you can't play any worse, and we got a lot of time left.
That's right. We got plenty of time left, and we will play better, but we put ourselves in a pretty bad hole.
Inbound left. That looks like Cousinard. 1,002 and 1,003. Running off the screen is Brower. Will Franklin's into the game. He's from Houston, Texas. Miller with it. Looks at Cousinard, who posts inside. Now Wilson looked for the drop down. 26 on the shot clock. Brower with it between the rings. Pushes a pass left. Wilson has it tipped and taken away by Zach Andrews. Loose on the floor. Zach gets it, hop back up to him. Hands to Franklin. Third turnover for the Shockers. So the Braves get a stop with 11:08 to play in the first half, trailing Wichita 17 and Bradley 4. Franklin with it. Gives to Tony Bennett. Gets a step on Young. Pull up 10-footer up and rimming off. Rebound taken down Miller. Nobody can hit a shot here.
And we haven't got the second shot.
2 of 14 for the Braves. 10:49 to play in the half. Only 4 points coming up in the first 10 minutes. Cousinard drives in the lane, pushes the pass inside. It's taken away.
Good
nice
play
pass
by O'Brien.
by O'Brien as he fronted the post. 4 turnovers for the Shockers. Here's Franklin. Danny Adams, baseline left. Bounce it, no good.
And no rebound again.
And the rebound taken down the Shockers. Here comes Brower with it. Now Cousinard looks inside. Miller pull-up jumper is up and good. It's a 19-4 score. Miller has 4. 15-point lead back at the other end. Trying to save. Braves throw it away out front. Here's Adams from Zach Andrews, who got the save ball from Bennett. It's been like a hand grenade out there. Looking to get the ball up front is O'Brien. Look for the high-low. Flashing in the lane is Zach Andrews. Pull-up jumper is missed. A bad shot by O'Brien.
Well, he's 18 feet away from the basket.
Cousinard at the other end. His layup is blocked. Taken out of there by O'Brien to Will Franklin. Braves have a 3-on-2 break. What's going to happen now? Zach Andrews layup foul. Zach will go to the line for a pair. That's 16 fouls for Wichita.
Needs to finish that one off.
Yeah, because now he's going to have to go to the line and earn them, and you know what that means. He's not been very good at the line. Wilson's second foul. Zach is 15 of 31, 48%. Wichita State 19 and Bradley 4. Lawrence Wright, Jeremy Crouch will come in. At the table is Bradley. And I think Ryan Martin might be there as well.
Probably going to come in for Wilson with 2 fouls.
Zach looks for his first point of the night. He's got 2 free throws coming up here.
He got a basket, Dave.
That's right. Yeah, he bounced it off. Jeremy Crouch in. Zach's going to come out. Lawrence Wright will come in. So the best he can do now is split them and make it 19-5. The Shockers have turned it over a few times, or this would be really, really out of hand.
Looks like we're not pressing. We got our big men in on the lane.
Second free throw is Andrews. That's in. 19-5. Lawrence Wright comes in. Andrews is out. I need somebody to light a spark.
Now we are pressing.
Full court. Bradley is guarded by Will Franklin. Ball knocked away out of bounds by Crouch, who got denied the pass to Brower. How about Vanderbilt last night, Coach, passing from out of bounds to out of bounds point? Kevin Stallings did that in their win over Kentucky.
Stallings does a good job.
Brower with it, across the timeline, 9:40 to play in the half. Wichita 19, Bradley 5. With it is Miller, a ball screen.
Trying to post Bennett up, Cousinard on Bennett.
He's got it out on the floor on the right. Now it's Brower, takes a step, a dribble, a shot. Boy, they have no trouble scoring. Pull-up jumper from 12 goes home, 21-5. 16-point lead once again for the Shockers. With it, Will Franklin brings it up top. Gives to Lawrence Wright. Lob inside is O'Brien from Crouch. He gets 2-time, backs in, turnaround hooker is dribbling, no good. And the rebound taken down by Brower. Here comes Cousinard. 9 minutes to go in the half. Wichita 21-5. And with the ball. Bradley with it. Brower up front. Cousinard with it on the right. Or make it Ryan Martin. They were looking for Cousinard. Bradley's three-point shot. That's good. It's 24-5. It's a 19-point lead for the Shockers. With 8:35 to play in the half. 24-5. Crouch with it. O'Brien look for the high-low. That's not there. Skip passes to Franklin. Beats his man to the baseline, and then his short shot is good as he beat Brower to the baseline, and Will gets his first deuce. 24-7. Wichita State with 8:15 to play in the half. O'Geary and Young will come in the next dead ball for Wichita. Likely will be a timeout. Martin with it. Looks. Gives to Brower up front. Brower's got more playing time tonight, certainly, than he did at Wichita. He was coming off an injury. Here's Miller. Passes out of the post. Martin in the lane. Pull-up jumper is rimming no good. Rebound taken down by O'Brien. Wild pass at the other end is thrown away by Bennett as he tried to hit Lawrence right on the fly. Fifth Bradley turnover.
Instead of a lob, Dave, we go too much for line drive, just led Lawrence too far.
Somerville back in. 7:51 to play first half. Wichita State with the ball and leading Bradley 24-7. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
I never believed this, with you. We're not organized at all. What the hell we're doing? And we're not rebounding. Hell, not rebounding. How many offensive rebounds?
Okay, Courtney, what are the other scores?
We've got a lot of missed shots. Offensive.
Hang on, let me get my glasses on so I can read this. Okay, 17-10 with what? Okay. 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 Dave Snow, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. 8:07 to play first half. Cedar Falls, Creighton 21, Northern Iowa 20. 7:11 to go in the half at Springfield, Missouri. Missouri State trails Illinois State 23-22. 7:25 in the half. Carbondale, Southern Illinois 17, Evansville 10. And 7:50 to play in Des Moines first half. Indiana State 24 and Drake 20. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Home of the new 2006 Ford Freestyle 500, built for the heartland, built for the road ahead. Coach?
Dave, we're throughout 18 from the field. That's 17%. We've had a lot of chances. We had 15 missed shots. We've only had one offensive rebound. They're 10 for 20. They're shooting 50%. They've had 17 rebounds, and 3 of those on the offensive board. We were not rebounded by 9, but one offensive rebound, Dave, and we played over 12 minutes. And as good a rebound team as we are, that's not very good.
Rebounded this team by 19.
Just killed us.
All right, we'll check their lineup. They have Bradley, O'Geary, who gets the inbounds pass, and that's trapped.
Zone press this time.
And they throw it away. Will Franklin tips, and Will across the timeline. So they turn over for the 5th time against pressure, and Franklin almost picked by Bradley. Look for a ball screen.
They're in the zone this time, 1-2-2.
See if Jeremy Crouch gets a shot here. With it is Will Franklin. JC up high right. Somerville, a ball fake, doesn't take. Crouch will. There's a 3 ball. That's in and out. O'Brien, an offensive putback, good.
Well, there's an offensive rebound.
24-9. Down 15. Bennett on the bench. Franklin, Crouch. O'Brien, Somerville, and Lawrence Wright. And with it on the right is Jared Young. He drives all the way down. Reverse layup is missed. Rebound is loose. Somerville tried to get, taken out of there by Young. His putback is no good, and a foul either on Somerville or O'Brien at 7:04.
Had a good chance for the ball on the floor that time, just couldn't keep up with it.
His second, he'll be coming out. Here comes Zach Andrews with 7:05 or 7:04 to play in the half. Now this is Ryan Martin, coach. Remember, he's the one that can't shoot free throws. 29 attempts. He's 13
hope he remembers that, man. That looked hard.
Banged that one right in. 25-9, back to a 16-point Wichita lead. O'Brien comes out. 7:04 to play in the first half. Shockers trying once again to go up by 17. Get ready to rebound. He made both of them.
What do you think of that?
Well, that's not a good sign. 26-9, and the Braves
They
look
got
at
a little
pressure
trap.
now. And the pass, Zach Andrews turns and looks and gives to Lawrence Wright.
They're staying in the zone.
Now
1, 2,
Franklin.
2.
Jeremy Crouch has the ball tipped to Zach Andrews, who gets doubled. He's trying to dribble out of it. His short shot misses. Got his own rebound, putback foul. That's 17 fouls, right? Zach will go to the line with a pair. Danny Adams will come in.
Zach's active, but he gets around that basket. He's active, Dave.
He'll have 2 here, trying to get the Braves in double figures with 6:45 to play in the half. Cousinard picks it up. His first. Zach has 3 points. Still 3 points.
Danny Adams returns for Jeremy Crouch.
Here comes Miller in. Crouch is out.
Paul Miller back to the Shockers.
Zach is a hard worker, Coach, but when he goes to the line, he's just a liability.
Well, that's an area he's got to improve on, Dave. When he's just got to make some now.
Second one is bouncing off, no good. That's like a turnover.
They're able to play with
26-9.
only one big man. They're playing either Miller or Wilson on the bench right now, too.
They double O'Geary out front. Near steal by Andrews. Penetrate and give it to Bradley. The Braves get back defensively. Here's Martin inside. They double him. O'Geary, Miller up front. Look for the drop down. Put it on the floor. Threw it away. Boogie tipped it away, but Cousinard goes and gets. Shot clock reached 13, now 12. Between the rings, Cousinard with 9. Now with 8. He'll pull up and jump it. Now with 6. Fires a 3 ball. Bounce it, no good. Rebound Zach Andrews. Kicks it out, Will Franklin. Braves on a break. Give to Somerville. Ball fake to the baseline. He hangs and fires and has it blocked. And he was lucky because it was going to be a blocked shot. That was with the body, but it could have been the other way.
He was coming down and did catch a little break there.
So that's the 8th team foul, and Somerville is yet to go to the free throw line tonight. Foul was called on Ryan Martin.
They've been able to space their fouls thus far.
17-point Shocker lead at 6:07 to play in the half. And a good goal would to get this thing under double digits by halftime. Free throw Somerville is bouncing in. He's got 3. The Braves get into double figures at 6:07 of the half. 26-10. One more for Sellis. That's good. 26-11. It's 15. It's got to whittle away here. They trap Bradley in the backcourt. Give it to Martin, back to Bradley. Danny Adams is back there. They almost slipped again. Still in the backcourt. Timeout Wichita. They were going to have a violation.
Yes,
26.
they were
at 9 and not going to make it, so they burn a timeout. The Braves have forced that, remember, in Des Moines last week. They forced
Inbounds passes there.
the Bulldogs to use all of their timeouts. And then point was made at the end of the game. Why Jim didn't use a timeout was very simple. Drake didn't have any left. You work on that in practice every day. Why in the world would you let the defense have a chance to set up? Because they paid the penalty for not having any timeouts left.
But they made it pay off, Dave, because they called timeouts because they were in trouble. And they were forced to call them, but it worked to their advantage.
26-11. They get a new count now with 5:58 to play and a half. Wichita State 26, Bradley 11. Here comes Brower. He's played the best that we've ever seen him here tonight. Tony Bennett will come in on the next dead ball. Cousinard with it at the high post. Give it to Brower. Back to Cousinard right. Look at an entry pass to Miller. Fronting the post, Zach Andrews, who's played very well since he's been in there. With it is Bradley against Danny Adams. He goes in, comes out, 7-6 in the shot clock. Passes inside, the ball's tipped away, and Zach bails him out.
Zach was fighting him in that post all the way, though, Dave.
3 on the shot clock. And tried to deny the post pass. No doubt about the foul. Ruffin in for Franklin. Bennett in for Danny Adams. 5:35. New shot clock for Wichita, inbound right.
5 team fouls now on Bradley.
Wichita State 26 and Bradley 11. Cousinard gets it. The count is 2. The count is 3. They run a ball screen and ran Bennett into him, and Tony had to fight through. Post pass inside Miller. Ball's batted and goaltended by Somerville as they posted Miller down low.
They ran their offense very well that time.
28-11, back to a 17-point Wichita State lead. Lawrence Wright inbounds to Ruffin. He'll work against Brower. Bring it across the timeline with a left-hand dribble. 11 points for the Braves, and we're coming up on 25 minutes or 15 minutes gone in the first half. With it, Lawrence Wright, Somerville. A ball fake. Going to drive to the free throw line. He almost slipped. The floor has got to be slippery. There's a ball screened by Bennett. Comes down all the way. Hangs in the lane. Misses the shot. Rebound taken down by Lawrence Wright. It's knocked out of bounds with 4:59 to play. Bennett tried to penetrate. Couldn't get the shot. The Braves are 4 of 22 from the field. And trail by 17. And have just struggled for points. 3 field goals, that's it. And this is not Southern Illinois.
Ball hit the ring, new shot clock.
New shot clock for the Braves. The ball screen on the ball, and Lawrence Wright throws it right to Brower, whose layup is up and missed. Rebound missed, taken down. They tried to tip by Somerville. Gives to Ruffin. Tony Bennett got a man in the air, pull up, 17-footer is good.
Well, we caught it right there. They missed a shot, and Tony come down and hit one, his first basket.
28-13, 4:37 to play in the half. Brower with it. Yeah, they had a layup and missed. There's a ball knocked away Somerville, but then he knocks it right to Joe Napoli. And he's ticked. Bounces the ball hard on the floor. Lawrence Wright comes out. And it's Cousinard to inbound, sideline right. Count is 2, count is 3. And here's Brower, breaks to the goal, all the way down, missed it badly. Rebound taken down by Bennett. Now to Ruffin. Here's Ruff on the move. Somerville, 3 ball, needs to go. Bounced it, no good. Adams with a weak side rebound.
That's one of the few we've had.
Ruffin, Bennett, inside Somerville, was fouled by Cousinard, wasn't called. He's going to back in, gives to Zach Andrews. Come on!
Nice pass and good finish by Andrews.
As he throws it down. And it's 28-15. It's a 13-point game.
That's one of the few offensive rebounds Danny Adams grailed that day, and we turn it into a nice pass and nice basket by Somerville and Andrews.
And Danny's offensive rebound bailed him out there. So now it's 13 with 4:05 to play. Chip away. O'Geary with it. And Brower's missed a couple of shots. He's not the guy they want shooting. Missed a layup and then missed a jumper badly. Brower with it. There's the guy they want. Cousinard with it. Free throw line extended to the right. They run O'Geary into Bennett into a screen, and O'Geary gets free and hits the jumper. 30-15. It's doubled. 15-point lead. We'll have an official time in the next dead ball with 3:40 to play in the half. Ruffin Bennett takes a step, no shot. Andrews, now it's left. Danny Adams brings it between the rings. With it is Ruffin. Free throw line extended left. Zach Andrews look for the post pass inside. High-low lob is thrown right in the hands of Cousinard. Another Bradley turnover, their 7th. Cousinard spins away. Bennett goes and gets back to his man. 3:20 to play in the half. Wichita 30 and Bradley 15. With it is Brower. Free throw line extended on the left. Miller inside pass knocked away Somerville. Gets a steal. Gives it to Ruffin. Good defense there. 6th turnover. Ruffin gives to Danny Adams. DA 4-3 left. That bounce is no good. Somerville the rebound. On the baseline. So he got an offensive board. His pull-up jumper is rimming no good. Man, oh man, oh man.
Well, we got a couple of offensive rebounds there and then didn't capitalize.
2:48 to play in the half. Somerville is 1 for 5 here in the first half. 6 of 27 for the Braves. Wilson with it. Now Brower. Look at a back cut. That's covered up. Cousinard against Danny Adams. Looks inside. Now brings it to the wing on the right. Lob passes to Wilson. They double him. Pass out of it. Brower. 3-point shot left is good. The Braves doubled and they found the open man. It's 33-15. It's an 18-point Shocker lead. With it is Ruffin. Adams with it. 3 ball is up left. Bounced it no good. Rebound Shockers. That's off. I thought it was tipped out of bounds by Wichita, but the Braves missed the shot.
We're behind them, Dave, and tipped it out.
Wichita State 33, Bradley 15, 2:13 to play in the first half. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. This is not good. All right, Courtney, what you got now?
About right.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Damn guy.
Okay.
With the exception of here, Creighton keeps the ball game, don't they?
Yep.
Of course, they're both pattern teams. You know, Northern Iowa's a pattern team, too.
Other scores, 2 games are at halftime. Southern Illinois 32, Evansville 15. That figures. Halftime, Missouri State 30, Illinois State 26. They're right there. Creighton 26, Northern Iowa 25, 2:21 to go in the first half. Minute and a half to go, 90 seconds. It's Indiana State at Drake leading 31-27. Here, Wichita State 33 and Bradley 15 with 2:13 to play in the first half. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Methodist. Team up with Methodist for outstanding health care that's centered on you. Methodist is proud to be the official health care provider for Bradley Braves basketball. And by Avanti's, if you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl at any of the 3 Avanti's locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. Well, I would have never dreamt this.
No, Dave, 6 out of 28. We just haven't shot a lick. We finally have gone and got a few offensive rebounds. 0 out of 7 from 3-point range, and we made 3 out of 6 free throws. We just had a bad first half. We need to cut into this in the last couple of minutes before the half's over.
This is a nightmare is what this is.
Yeah, but there's still time.
Oh, absolutely. Cousinard with it. But you got to hit some shots. With it is O'Geary. Pushes the pass to Brower. Brower's got 5 points. Finds Cousinard. A ball fake. Take it into the lane. Jump stop off the glass and good. It's a 20-point Wichita lead.
That wasn't a real easy drive that time here. They're coming back in the zone, Dave. 1-2-2.
35-15
Trying to make us run
Shockers.
some clock.
They've come to play tonight. The Braves can't hit a shot. Somerville with a deep corner on the right. Give it to Bennett. Look to penetrate. Give it to Ruffin. His 3 ball is out front. Good for left. Bradley's first 3-point shot of the night going home. Cuts the lead to 17. 35-18. With it is Brower for Wichita. Boy, it's wet on the floor. They're sliding all over the place. With it is O'Geary. Now on the right. Miller gets free. A moment. Works against Somerville post. Leans in. Short shot. Scores. 37-18. 19-point lead for the Shockers with a minute 10 to play. With it is Lawrence Wright up front. Looks and gives to Ruffin. Danny Adams with it. Post pass inside Somerville against Miller. Turns and pushes it up and fouled. They'll go to the line for a pair. Miller picks up his second.
And they've been able to play with Kyle Wilson on the bench, Dave, with 2 fouls.
So 2 fouls on Miller. He'll likely come out, wouldn't you think? 1:02 to play in the half. And Somerville to the line. He has 4 points.
They may gamble. They're going to have 1 more offensive possession, maybe 2. They may gamble with him, Dave.
Somerville is 2 of 2 from the line. 4 points. Try to get point number 19. That's rimming no good.
Martin back for the Shockers, replacing
Nope, they are going to take Miller out.
Martin's in. So Somerville can only make it an 18-point game here.
They don't have a lot of offense on the floor, but they don't need it right now.
Unfortunately, the Braves haven't either. Second free throw goes. 1:02 to play in the half, 37-19. I wouldn't want to be in that locker room at halftime. Inbounds pass is made Jared Young to Brower. There's about 20 difference, so the Braves can go for the last shot of the half. They want it. Brower with it. Give it to Cousinard up front. Now O'Geary. Young with it. Look at a post pass. Lawrence Wright's on him. On the left wing, look at a post.
Good defense.
Count is on. Count is on. Lob to the basket is Young against Somerville, and he walked. 38 seconds, 38.9, 6 turnovers for the Shockers. 7 now. So the Braves will try to cut into this 18-point lead. With it is Ruffin. Looks over at Jim Less as to what he wants to run here. 31 seconds. Ruff with it. Somerville. His 3-ball out front is missed. Danny Adams runs it down, saves it, but the Shockers have it. O'Geary at the other end. Here's Cousinard. Kaboom! It's a 20-point game. Now Bennett across the timeline with 15, now 14 seconds. This is not going to be pretty when the team goes to the locker room. 39-19, a 20-point lead. Here's Ruffin. Drives with 5, now 4. Gives to Bennett his 3-ball right. Arches up, missed it. Rebound is Danny Adams, thrown up at the buzzer, missed. And it's 39-19, Wichita at halftime.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine, Dave, but we haven't played well at either end of the floor, certainly.
Down 20 at halftime. Wichita State 39 and Bradley 19. And if you're looking for anything they did right in the first half, I can't find anything. 7 of 31 from the field, 1 of 10 from 3. Bennett 1 of 6, Somerville 1 of 6. It's just been a horror story here. And the Shockers 16 of 30, and they're playing like this is a home game.
Well, they're shooting the outside shot pretty well, and they're getting the ball inside, and they're making their drives. They played good defense on us.
Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report is coming up. Bradley down 20 at halftime. Wichita State 39 and Bradley 19. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball, 1470 WMBD.
Talk about balanced scoring, Dave. They got it. We got it too, and we don't have much of it.
Peoria. Among many organizations involved throughout the years, Dr. Cahill is a founding member and past president of the American Orthopedic Society for Sports Medicine. He was a member of President Ronald Reagan's Council of Physical Fitness and Sports, and he chaired the Orthopedic Society for Sports Medicine Asian Fellowship Program. Tonight, Dr. Cahill becomes the 21st individual.
We just got damn near nothing, Dave. We just, from anybody, Zach helped us.
Welcome back to Carver Arena, everybody, and the Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report. And this is not a good story tonight. It's Wichita State with a halftime lead of 39-19. Go to Las Vegas this February for the big game party, courtesy of Paradise Hotel Casino. Prime Reward members earn entries through January 15th with slot and table game play and double entries on Monday at Paradise Hotel Casino. 39-19 Shockers. They led in Wichita at halftime. They also led by 16 at one point. But so there's a half left. The Braves can come up and make a game of this, but they're just not shooting a lick, and they're going to have a major turnaround here, Coach.
Well, we will, Dave. You know, and it can happen at home. You know, we haven't had much chance to press. We haven't had many baskets. With 7 baskets, all we made the entire first half. But we're going to have to play better defense, and we're going to have to do something with our offense, because you can't shoot 7 of 31 and beat anybody. Go 1 for 10 from 3-point range, and we split 8 free throws. So we've just been beating every phase of the game thus far, and we're going to have to play just much better. And they were able to minimize. They had how many fouls they had? They had 9 fouls, but they're able to minimize them with only Wilson and Miller, the ones who want to get out of the ball game, only having 2 each because they're able to substitute for each other.
You got the scoring and the numbers, Coach.
All right, we'll go with Wichita first. Cousinard was 4 out of 8 from the field, Dave. He had 5 rebounds, totaled 8 points. Kyle Wilson only played 11 minutes. He had a couple fouls. He was 2 for 4 from the field. One of those was the 3. He was 2 for 2 from the line for his 7 points. Paul Miller was 4 out of 6 from the field for his 8 points. Matt Brower, a little guard that hadn't played too much, started tonight. He was 2 for 4 from the field. One of those was a 3-point. He had 4 rebounds, Dave. Brower at 5'11", he had a total of 5 points. He had 3 assists and 3 steals as well, and played much better than he had been playing. Sean O'Geary made his only shot for 2 points. Ryan Martin off the bench was 1 for 2 from the field and 2 for 2 from the line for a total of 4. Karen Bradley was 2 for 4 from the field. One of those was 3. He had 5. Jaron Young played and did not score. They were 16 out of 30 from the field for 53%. 3 out of 8 for 3-point range for 38%. Made all 4 of the free throws for 100%. And didn't do a great deal wrong in that first half.
All right, Coach, here are the Bradley numbers.
Yep, such as they are. Somerville was 1 out of 6 from the field. He was 3 for 4 up the line. He had 3 rebounds for a total of 5. Lawrence Wright played. He was 0 for 3 from the field and didn't score the first half. Patrick O'Brien, we wanted to get the ball more and should. It was 1 for 6 in the field, and all 6 were makeable shots. Dave, it's just one of those things. Any given night, he's going to go 4 or 5 from the field. This was not that given night, but we were getting him the ball a little more. He had 4 rebounds. He only played 10 minutes again, Dave, and he had a couple fouls on him. We got O'Brien with 2 points in the first half. Tony Bennett was 1 out of 6 from the field. That seems like a story. 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6. 2 points for Tony in the first half. Daniel Ruffin was 1 out of 2. That was a 3-point shot for 3 for Daniel. Daniel had 3 assists to lead Bradley in that department, 3 of the 5 assists. Will Franklin was 1 of 1 from the field. He played 6 minutes. Jeremy Crouch played, did not score. Zach Andrews off the bench played within 11 minutes, was 2 out of 3 from the field, 1 out of 4 from the free throw line in his 5 points. And Danny Adams played, was 0 for 3 from the field, did not score. Bradley 7 out of 31 from the field, which is 23% and a half. 1 out of 10 from 3-point range, which is 10%. 4 out of 8 from the free throw line, which is 50%. And we did narrow the rebound margin down. We had 17 rebounds, they're 22. But we're not shooting well from any place on the floor. We're not shooting well from the perimeter. We're not shooting well from inside. And defensively, they ran their offense pretty well, got the ball inside, and they've hit some outside shots when they had to. And they just put us in a big hurt. It's not over, but we're going to have to play just much better.
You're listening to WMBD Peoria, Illinois. It's halftime. The Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report. We'll give you the Valley scores updated when we come back after our 5-minute break. Bradley will have possession to open the second half, down 20. Wichita State 39, Bradley 19. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois.
When you have a team effort with people working together, great things can happen. The CEFCU team has helped members reach their financial goals since 1937. CEFCU, proud to serve your community and proud to be your credit union.
Mike, Sue.
Yes.
Love and honor.
Yep.
Sickness, health.
Uh-huh.
Objections? Rings? Do you?
I do.
Do you?
I do.
Kiss? Husband and wife. Next.
And that's the end of the half. Score 14-10.
This season, don't miss a thing. Bring your sports or your beer.
And we're back for the second
Grab a
half.
Miller Lite with more taste than Bud Light and half the carbs. Miller, good call.
Here are the statistics from the first half. Field goal shooting, Wichita State, 53. It's 53% on 16 out of 30. The Braves, 23% on 7 out of 31. From 3-point range, Wichita State 3 out of 8. The Braves 1 out of 10. From the line, Wichita State is 4 out of 4. And Bradley 4 out of 8.
Hey, Coach.
Shockers net rebounds 22-17. Leading rebounder is number 2, A.J. Kuzma. About the worst looking half I've seen. Hey, remember when you and I and Wayne played racquetball together? Wayne McLean and I, 7 turnovers. Shockers 15.
I am the sun. Hum.
Come up to see my in-laws in Peoria. I'll bring my racquetball clothes if I can come back in the afternoon playing on Saturday.
Nope.
You know, he's done very well at Illinois. The kids like him.
I've had a good healthy dinner here tonight. Nacho Supremes, hot dog with everything on it. Hey, it's not Golden Corral, but
No kidding. Are you still?
yeah, it's not Golden Corral, but hey, it's free.
What is Sergio?
I write down scores. What do you got? Yep. Yep.
You're looking great. Whatever you're doing, keep
Okay.
I enjoyed tonight's article about you in the alumni magazine.
Okay.
Very nice. See you, Coach. Nice seeing you.
Okay. At the half.
I fished for him.
Okay.
I go
27. Okay.
strip line, yeah, good fishing. I go around St. Chris Lake,
Okay.
Springfield. Then I go to Canada every year, way up north Dakota.
22.
Yeah, I know it. Great seeing you.
33. 33.
He was my advisor.
Welcome back, everybody, on the Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report. And Wichita State and Bradley both in the locker rooms. They will come out for the second half. And the Braves trail. The Shockers lead 39-19. And this is probably, I can't remember a worse first half that Bradley's played in the league than this in a long time.
Well, it's been a long time at both ends, Dave. You know, we just haven't shot it. We hadn't rebounded it, and defensively, they pretty much had their own way. It's quite a surprise.
And there's a smattering of boos as the team comes out for the second half. 19:23 to go in the game. I wondered how many points Evansville would score tonight. Of course, this is no bargain for Bradley.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
This isn't Southern. 35-15, 20-point lead for the Salukis. So they're happily on their way to win number, what is this?
It'll be 5-0.
Yeah, and
they'll be their 17th loss, I believe, in a row, Dave, on the road.
31 straight at home and 56 in the Valley. Drake 36-31 over Indiana State at halftime. Creighton leads Northern Iowa 30-27. That's a matchup of coaching heavyweights in the league. And Dana Altman and Greg McDermott and the Blue Jays, Bradley will be there next week, lead 30-27. And Missouri State leads 32-26 over Illinois State at halftime.
Drake made a pretty good comeback against Indiana State. They trailed by about 7 early, about the middle of the half, and ended up being 5 at halftime. Of course, Drake's capable of putting scores on the board pretty fast, and certainly that's what we're going to have to do this second half, Dave.
Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report. The report is not good, but we've got 20 minutes left, 39-19. Wasn't Kentucky down 20 last night and came back and made a game of it? So it can happen, but there needs to be a major change here
Well,
tonight.
it can happen. We've got to run our offense much better, Dave, and we've got to be able to stop them, and we got to go to the boards. I was particularly surprised the way we got to start off at the boards. It was just one and done. We're getting one shot was all we're getting, and of course we didn't make that.
And you can't get them back all at once.
No, and you don't want to try, but you you got to tighten up on your defense. They got 39 points into that first half, and had a couple of their players on the bench a good portion of that time.
Back in a minute with the second half as Sam Singh comes. He's had his surgery. It's successful, and he's going to be rehabbing. Comes limping across the floor. Back with the second half. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Brandon Heemskirk down there. Yeah, damn it.
What is it, Courtney, again? Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Courtney, in audition, can you give me a liner from Stripes, my favorite one in audition? I need to hear it. I just had a bad experience up here. I need to hear it.
All right, Coach. It can't get any worse, can it?
Well, Wichita, Dave, has showed a lot of patience. They come in here, and you think they'd be a little bit uptight. They showed an awful lot of patience in running their offense. And like you said, you can't get it all back at once. We got to show that same patience to get better shots and then clamp down certainly on defense. 39 points in the first half at home is way too many for Wichita.
We got to get back a point a minute. Here's Ruffin with it. It's Brower. Same starters for both teams. That's O'Geary and Cousinard with Brower, Wilson, and Miller. With it is Zach Andrews. Starts the second half for Bradley with O'Brien. He starts instead of Lawrence Wright. Ruffin gives Tony Bennett. Lob inside is O'Brien. Turns and fires it and is fouled. That's 3 on Miller.
Well, that was the goal, I'm sure, Dave. And coming out at halftime, get the ball, get a touch in there to O'Brien at the first half and the first time, and that was they were able to do that.
The one thing it's going to take is loads of defense because you got to stop them.
Well, that's the third foul also on Miller, which can be very important.
So here's O'Brien to the line. He has 2 points, and now still 2 points as he misses the free throw. He's 5 of 12. One more for OB. There's no margin for error now. The second one is good. 39-20. Brower in the backcourt. The Shockers did turn it over a little bit in the first half. Brower looks at a trap. Now Wilson almost walked with it. He gets doubled and throws it to Cousinard. He's got a 2-on-1 break, and his pull-up jumper misses. Rebound as Cousinard gets it back. Shot is blocked by O'Brien and tipped out of bounds.
Another block by O'Brien saved the layup.
It'll be inbounded Shockers. They have a new shot clock at 19:21. 39-20.
Let's get that fourth foul on Miller while he's still in there.
O'Geary with it. Looks in a back cut. Gets a ball screen from Wilson, who steps and beats to the basket. Wilson. Cousinard comes up with a loose ball. And now Brower. Looks left, looks right. Get a ball screen, Wilson. Brower steps out. A floating pass to him. Picks up the dribble. Knocked away. A steal by O'Brien. Second one from the post. Gives to Ruffin. Let's score here. With it, Ruff looks inside. Bennett playing a triangle here. Here's O'Brien to the baseline. Short shot misses. Rebound tipped out Bennett. Get a ball screen. Tony give to Somerville. Lob inside is O'Brien. Puts it up. Missed it. Looked like he was fouled.
Did look like he was
ball
fouled.
loose on the floor. Picked up O'Brien. It's a held ball. Goes to the Shockers. Bradley comes in for Wichita.
Made a real effort there, Dave. You just couldn't get it down.
18-34. Wichita State 39. Bradley 20. Here comes Ryan Martin. O'Geary comes out. Here comes Miller to the bench, Coach.
Yeah, well, that's good.
So it's Martin, Brower, Wilson, Bradley.
They got rid of the small team on the floor now.
18-34 for the game. Here's Brower to Martin, back to Brower. 5 to make it up. He's across the timeline. Ruffin knocks it away out of bounds.
Good defense that time again, and just couldn't turn it over.
We got to stick them on 39 for a month of Sundays here. Cousinard, the inbounds pass, got a screen on Ruff, and Martin did, so Brower gets free. He's got it near the center line. Bradley with it high right. Looks inside at Wilson. Post passes to him. Zach Andrews is on him. They double. Pass out of the double as Martin is blocked out of there by Zach Andrews. Shot clock reads 10. Bradley with 9 on the wing left with 8. Now 7. Pull-up jumper for 3 is up and down.
You didn't know how much time somebody told him, Dave. You nailed a 3. That's what you got to do.
42-20. 3-point play. And with it, inside is O'Brien. They triple him. Give to Bennett. Drives all the way down. His layup is too far under. Missed. And then he steals it from behind on Cousinard, and his layup is good. Tony Bennett just went and got that.
Made a good play out of nothing.
42-22. Wichita by 20 again. Lawrence Wright will come back in the game in the next dead ball. With it, Bradley. Inside penetration, Cousinard. 3-ball right wing. In and out. Rebound is knocked away from Wilson. Taken away by Zach Andrews.
Take care of it.
Now Ruffin. And gives to O'Brien. Now to Ruff up front. He's going to drive to the basket. He stops and throws it away into O'Brien. Gives to Bennett. Now Somerville. Ball fake didn't take. Turnaround hooker is an air ball by O'Brien.
Good defense. We couldn't do anything out of it.
Down is Brower. Gives it to Martin at the free throw line. Now Bradley with it. Free throw line extended on the right. Straight away. Looks left. Brower. Inside. They double Wilson. He's trying to dribble out of it. Gives it to Cousinard. Good rotation, and a Bradley 3 is good.
Yeah, it sure was good rotation.
They beat the double every time.
2 threes in a row by Bradley.
45-22.
And he's shooting 24% on threes.
Crouch is in. Lawrence Wright is in. Every time the Braves go to double, they make the pass, and 3.
I think that comes from your films, Dave. They see that double, and they were able, and of course, then they're able to finish it off. That's a big thing. It's one thing to take the shot, it's another thing to make it.
Back in a minute. Wichita by 23. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
All right. Yeah. No. Francis. Yeah, the one before it. Any of you.
Maybe get some more scores the next time out. We'll have one here in a minute.
Thank you. I needed that.
On basket.
That was Tony's pick.
That was a steal in the layup by Tony. After he drove and shot one under the rim.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. The key to have a chance to come back is you got to stop them. 2 threes back to back for Wichita State. 16-39. Wichita State 45, Bradley 22. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Heritage Bank of Central Illinois. Proud to support Bradley basketball in the communities they serve. Heritage Bank professionals gladly give their time and talent to many organizations. Bradley and Evansville on Saturday afternoon at 2:05. Andy Oriole Braves Plus at 1. Coach?
Well, Dave, they've got the rebounds back up. They're 29 rebounds for Wichita, only 19 for Bradley. And they've done. We did a good job of defense inside, but they did a good job on the ball was double up, they reverse it, and the kids are shooting 24% on the season. Hit 2 in a row. That was Karen Bradley.
Where was that team we saw against DePaul at Allstate Arena?
Well, we're capable, Dave. We're capable. We just haven't done it. We just got to put it together. We got to execute better, and we got to play better defense.
Inbounds pass made to Ruffin. 16:37 to play. Wichita 45, Bradley 22. Is there a run going to come? Bennett with it out front. Looks at Crouch, who's in. Throws the pass to Ruff, who has to go and get. O'Brien's out of the game. Here's Somerville's 3 out front. Good.
Maybe that's a start.
It's a place to start. 45-25. 20-point lead for the Shockers, and here they come back. We'll have an official time in the next dead ball. Brower with it. Here's Wilson. Look down the gut. Cousinard comes to the right wing. Wilson's going to back in against Somerville. Cousinard with it. Goes to drive, go to the free throw line, give it to Brower. 16, they can be patient. Ball's knocked away by Tony Bennett. Loose on the floor, picked up by Ruffin. Gives to Bennett. Tony's layup is good.
That was good defense.
Down to 18. Wilson, the count is on. Knocked away by Ruffin a minute. Here comes Brower with it across the timeline. Bounce pass. Inside layup is Bradley good. And Graves gamble down court. And it's back to a 20-point game, 47-27. Ray Brown is going to come back into the lineup for the first time. O'Geary will come back. Lawrence Wright. Now to Bennett. Somerville is posting inside. Crouch, three ball out front. Missed it. One and done. Bradley the rebound. Give it to Brower. He's got it up high left. There's almost a steal by Bennett. Bradley with it on the right wing. Another three. That misses. It's an air ball, but Cousinard gets the rebound and away from play. A foul on Lawrence Wright, I think. And we'll have an official time. 15:07 to play. Wichita State 47, Bradley 27, Ray Brown in, Young in, O'Geary in, Will Franklin in. When we come back in a minute, you're listening to Bradley Braves basketball, 1470 WMBD. Okay, Courtney, what you got? Okay. Okay. Okay.
That'll be done. Well, some of the games can help us if we just help ourselves. You missed the little Brave.
Oh, darn it. Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. Updated scores. 14:09 to play at Cedar Falls. Creighton 34, Northern Iowa 30. 14 minutes to go in Springfield. Illinois State 35, Missouri State 32. 12:19 to play in Carbondale. Southern Illinois 51, Evansville 23. And 15:38 to play in Des Moines without David Moss. Indiana State 47 and Drake 38. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Methodist. Team up with Methodist for outstanding health care that's centered on you. Methodist is proud to be the official health care provider for Bradley Braves basketball. And by Avanti's. If you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl at any of the 3 Avanti's locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. Coach?
Dave, Karen Bradley's generally been starting. They started Brower in his place. He's played pretty well, but off the bench, Bradley's 5 out of 8. He's 3 out of 5 from three-point range. He's got 13 points and 15 minutes of playing time, 1 assist, and hadn't turned the ball over. And he's really, really hurt us off the bench.
Bradley 7 of 31 from the field, 1 of 10 from 3.
Now we're up to 2 for 12 now, Dave.
2 for 12. Okay, they haven't updated it yet.
That's up to 17%.
That's up, yeah. Here's Wilson, spins on Somerville in the lane. His short shot is good and fouled by Somerville.
Well, he was able to get a one-on-one situation and just went up strong and stuck it in.
49-27, Somerville's second foul, and Wilson to the line for a three-point play, and it just gets worse.
Tries a three-point play.
Try to get it back to 23. That would match Wichita's biggest lead. In a long time in the Missouri Valley Conference that the Braves have been handled like this. Misses a free throw. Lawrence Wright gets the rebound, and he and Somerville almost collided and went out of bounds. Will Franklin with it. Now Lawrence Wright. Ray Brown is in from Minnesota. Give to Tony Bennett. Lob inside Somerville. He's in too far. He's three-time. Lay it up and missed it.
Nice job that time of getting the ball, though. He caught the ball in traffic. There were 3 on him. Just didn't quite get it down.
3 on Wilson, 3 on Miller. 14:45. Might not matter.
That could be key, though, too. If we're going to make comeback, Dave, those guys, one or both, need to be out of the ball game. They're going to play a little softer with 3 fouls. They'll have to play real soft if they get 4.
Somerville has 8, 9. And at the free throw line, he's 3 of 4. Or 4 of 5 now with that make. Second free throw, Sellis is bouncing off. So instead of a 3-point play, he got 1. 49-28, 21-point lead for the Shockers with 14:35 to play. With it is Wilson. Now Brower. Get a ball screen from Wilson. Bradley on the baseline. They have Jared Young in. Here they threw it away. They try to lob to Wilson. Taken away by Bennett, their 11th turnover. With it is Somerville. His 3-point shot out front is rimming no good. And the rebound taken down Wilson. Now Brower with it against Will Franklin. O'Geary between the rings. Zach Andrews are going to come in the next dead ball. Wilson with it. Free throw line extended on the right. Now Bradley. Brower. 3-point land. Beats Will Franklin. Whips the ball back to Young. His 3-point shot is good. Left wing. 52-28. As Young hits the 3 ball from the left wing. And that was his 7th of the year. 24-point lead. Somerville gets in. Too far. Missed the layup. Rebound taken down Wilson. And this is just getting worse. 52-28. Wichita State with the lead. 24 in the ball. O'Geary with it. Looks at Wilson inside. 13-22 for the game. 17-16 on the shot clock. Brower with it on the left wing. Drives to the baseline. Beats Will Franklin. Give it to Young, who just hit a 3 with the left hand. Now fires another one up. He got that one in too.
He is 38 for a big guy. He is 38% from that range.
55-28. Will Franklin is stripped and fouled by Brower with 13:02.
Shooting foul.
You know, at a certain point, Coach, you got to say that's enough.
Will Franklin
13:02 to play. And to the free throw line is Will Franklin. Will is 4 of 7. And Paul Jansen's looking at the scorer's table for the replay monitor. Not sure exactly why. 13:02 to play.
Check to see who the foul was on.
I thought it was on Brower. He's down near the Wichita bench. It's just the Braves are 7 of 31 from the field, 23%. We have 2 of 12 before the last 3 attempts.
We're about even on free throw. We're like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 12, something like that.
22-17 on the boards. This is the last thing we expected here tonight. I thought it was going to be a close game, a very competitive game.
I thought we might come out and really shoot the ball well. Our defense was generally good, but we haven't done either here tonight. And credit Wichita, they ran their offense well, and they played good defense on us.
You're not going to win many games when you don't shoot 25%. And now they're still...
And go to the boards. You know, we beat them so bad on the boards with their place, you didn't expect to turn around like this. And they're not a real big team.
So Franklin to the line. He'll have 2. First one's good. 55-29. Zach Andrews is in. Somerville is out. Bradley is out.
Well, that's good.
And they have Predum in, Bill Predum. Second free throw is good. It's a 25-point game. Wichita State 55 and Bradley 30. Young in the backcourt. He's hit 2 threes. Predum gets doubled and finds O'Geary across the timeline. 12:48 to play. With it is Wilson up front. O'Geary was open downstairs. They didn't see him. Now they double, and Wilson, pull-up jumper from 12 is bouncing no good. Rebound is Cousinard. Just went and got it. They're quicker to the ball. All over the place. Here's Wilson. Goes right, almost beat Zach Andrews. Ball knocked away by Tony Bennett. who knocks the ball off of O'Geary out of bounds with 12:26. There's one guy that's out there that's fighting all the time, and that's Tony Bennett.
Yes, he does, Dave.
And he's ticked. He's one of them that's on the floor. You can tell he's not liking this at all. But you got to have a team full of that. He's got it out front now. Pulls up a jumper for 3 left. Bounce it, misses. Rebound, Zach Andrews. Put back is good. Zach has 7, 55-32.
He got 9.
Freedom with it. He's in the back court. He wears number 5. He's from Houston, 6'1" freshman. Freedom turns it over. And official time. 11:57 to play. Bradley with the ball. Wichita with a big lead. 55-32. Brandon Heemskirk out there trying to fire everybody up. We might see Brandon before it's over. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. Okay, Courtney, what you got for me now? Okay. $55-47. That's 7. With how much? They must have scored 17 straight points then.
You got a wrong score on that.
Okay. Okay. $10-12 to go at Missouri State, and they've taken the lead over Illinois State, 43-37. 11:53 to play. 39-37 Creighton at Northern Iowa. The Blue Jays have the lead. Southern Illinois 54, Evansville 27, 10:24 to go. And now Drake has come back to take a 55-47 lead with 12:17 to play over Drake. Or over Indiana State, rather. Drake over Indiana State. Here, 11:57 to play, and it's Wichita State 55 and Bradley 32.
And Dave, we've been rebounded by 14. We did cut it down to 5 at one time. They're just killing us. Killing us every way imaginable.
Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by the Unland Companies. Take the hassle out of buying insurance with one call. They're in the white and yellow pages, the Unland Companies, where it's about you. And Illinois American Water, proud to provide you with quality water service. Our magic number tonight was 66. For the Braves to win, the Shockers almost can't get there. Trailing 55-32.
And we're going to have to more than double what we've scored in almost the first 30 minutes.
Doesn't look likely. Ray Brown, Bennett, Andrews, Will Franklin, and Lawrence Wright.
Andrews, our leading rebounder with 5, and and second scoring with 7 in 13 minutes of playing time for Zach.
Franklin with it with a right-hand dribble across the timeline. Need a 3 ball to cut it to 20. That's where it was at halftime. Bennett with it. Franklin up right, high right. Lawrence Wright at the high post. Look for the drop down. It's to Zach Andrews, who gets stripped on the weak side by Young.
Good weak side help that time by
Young came from the left and knocked the ball away. Shot clock reads 20, 11:42 to play, and Ray Brown will inbound on the
currently 2-3 zone. It looked like they're doing it this time.
On the right side. Here's Will Franklin, gets free, pull up 10-footer is good. Off the inbound and just curled out left. He's got 6, 55-34. 21-point lead for the Shockers. Brower with it, 11.5 to play. Cousinard with it. Looks at O'Geary. Instead he drives baseline against Ray Brown. Tough assignment for the freshman. O'Brien will come into the next dead ball. Here's Young. Lawrence Wright's on him. Remember his game here last year? He was terrific, and he just made a steal. He's coming down to the other end, 3-on-2. Gives it to Zach Andrews, whose layup is good.
Good hands by Zach that time.
55-36.
Zach got 9.
To play. Wilson will come into the next dead ball. So the Braves get it under 20 now. With it is Brower. Takes a dribble, falls down, gives it to Cousinard. Slipped again. Must be a wet floor down there. Post pass, back door. O'Geary layup good. O'Geary went to the back door on the left and scores 57-36, back to 21. The Braves are overplaying out high, and they slipped through the back door. With it is Bennett. Get a ball screen from Lawrence Wright. Pull up, jumpers up and good. Tony Bennett. Court 2, wing on the right. Tony has 8.
You got 6 the second half.
Can't trade with him now. 57-38, 19-point lead with 10:18 to play. Here's Brower with it. Looks left, looks right. Cutting toward the basket is Ryan Martin, and he's fouled. And the good thing is he'll go to the line, although he's 2 for 2 tonight, but his style is not very good.
Right.
O'Brien and Ruffin will come in. And it'll be Ryan Martin to the free throw line. If he makes these two, Coach, we can maybe just pack up, huh?
Well, you'd almost think so, Dave. We got enough time, but this guy's a bad free thrower. I have to tell him that, I guess.
He's got 4 points. He's 2 of 2 from the line. Ryan Martin, a junior from Kansas City. 10-12 to play. First one, right down. Franklin played well when he was in there, Will. 58-38. Back to a 20-point lead. That's what it was at halftime. Free throw 2 is good. Just about mailed this home to mama with.
Yeah, Dave. We got 10 minutes. We got to stop them and score some ourselves. We
Like
can't
every
shoot
time.
this bad. Can't shoot this bad. I don't think for 40 minutes.
Ruffin with it between the rings. Takes a look and gives to Bennett. Tony with it. Free throw line extended to right. Get a ball screen. Steps between 2. Pull up 10-footer is good.
He's got 10, 8 second half.
59-40. Wichita State's lead is 19. 9:50 to go. Braves needed this to be about 10 at this point. But it's still 20. Here's Cousinard, beats Ray Brown badly and fouled him. Boy, he beat Ray.
Yes, he did.
Pretty bad.
Well, we're gambling a little more. You're behind. You do that. Cousinard's a pretty good free thrower.
So he'll go there for a pair. He's 38 of 53, 72%, has 6 points. So the Shockers trying for point number 60 here. That's good. Well, they've hit the threes too, haven't they? What was their last 3 total? They were 5 of 10, I think, earlier. 8 of 14. What were they? Free throws up and good. 7 of 14 from 3. 61-40, back to a 21-point
They
lead.
got a little trap this time.
They're going to trap Ruff and bounce passes to Bennett. Give it back to Ruff with 9.5 to play.
Try and make us use a little time.
In a 1-2-2
They are zone
zone.
1-2-2 now, right? Out of the
Zach
trap.
Andrews in the lane. His turnaround, or his short shot is missed, but the rebound is O'Brien. Tips it in. His 5th rebound. He's got, what, 5 points?
5.
61-42, 9:15 to play. It's all Shockers. Young with it. Passing lane cut down by Bennett. Now it's Bradley has it. Knocked away by Tony. He gets it back. You really admire Tony Bennett, the way he's playing out there now, down 20. Cousinard beats Ray Brown again. All the way down. Hangs, fires, good.
You got to take away his right hand. You just can't let him go to his strength.
Cousinard makes it 63-42. J.J. Twy will come in. And the next dead ball, here's Ray Brown's 3-ball left, is up and good. He gave up 2 and then got 3 back. So Ray gets his 3 and makes it 63-45. It's an 18-point game with 8:34 to play. Miller with it right. Jared Young is pushed down by Zach Andrews.
Probably about the next time out, I would be surprised to see him bring Wilson back in the ballgame.
J.J. Twy in for Bennett. Tony is really...
Well, it's a good time to give Tony a rest. He's taking him out, just give him a little breather. He'll be back in there. He's played well.
He's been it. Here comes Wilson in. Well, he didn't get in time. Brower with a new shot clock. That was only Bradley's 15th foul. With it is Cousinard. 8:23 to play. Inside as a turnaround hooker by Miller, missed, but the rebound is Young, and they pull it back out.
Now they can burn a little time.
We're getting close to the 8-minute timeout. Here's Miller, looks at Cousinard. pass and a ball screen, a bad one by Brower. And so Bradley backs up between the rings, looks right, looks left, comes right. And with it is Cousinard in the corner on the right. Ray Brown is on him, and he hasn't been able to contain him yet. 13-12 in the shot clock. He's going to go one-on-one and get a high post screen for Miller, which works. His layup is missed. Rebound taken down by Zach Andrews, who throws some elbows. Gives to Ruffin. Cross-court passes to Ray Brown. He's going to take and give to Zach Andrews. Ruffin. Now Ray. There's another three. That's short. And rebound taken down by Zach Andrews. To the basket. He hangs and fires and misses. And a hold on Brower with 7:33 to play, and I think Zach is going to shoot 2 free throws. Very aggressive rebound by Zach.
Very aggressive shot after it, Dave. He just jumped right into everybody.
Well, he tried to
He
dunk
plays
it.
He plays aggressive. At home, if you're ever going to get a call, you'll get that on that shot. A good aggressive play by Zach.
Bennett will come back in. The Braves have a chance to get it down to 16 with 7:33 to play when we come back, but Zach at the line with a pair. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball, 1470 WMBD. Anything later, Courtney? Yeah. Okay.
Well, be damned.
Okay. Okay.
Those are all about you'd expect, except Creighton. You just can't figure them going to Northern Ireland winning. Oh, we had them down.
Dave Snell, Joe Stowe, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back from Carver Arena. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by the Greater Peoria Airport. You always park free at the Greater Peoria Airport when you fly to over 250 destinations worldwide. Check www.flypia.com or see your travel agent. And Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Paradise. Go to Las Vegas this February for the big game party courtesy of Paradise Hotel Casino. Prime Reward members earn entries through January 15th with slot and table game play. And double entries on Monday.
Dave, remember the game out there in Wichita?
Yep.
One thing they did, they started to slow the game down. You know, when they had that lead and they didn't score, and then we were able to get right back into it. They got a big lead here now, but if they just start to play a little bit too cautious and don't score, we got a chance to cut into it again. It's all uphill, but we just got to do it.
Well, Zach's at the free throw line here, and
1 out of 4 in the first half.
his chance of making 2 here are remote, but Martin's thrown in 4 in a row tonight. So here's Zach at the line. Free throw is banged off, no good. He's 4 of 6 in the field. He has 9 points.
Well, he's
1 of 5 from the line.
He puts his hand in the basket when he's shooting, Jerry, though, too.
Second free throw is good.
He gives us a chance to press.
63-46, 17-point game. Passes to Bradley across the timeline as the Shockers beat the pressure. Wilson now Cousinard, and they'll use some clock here. Bradley with it, free throw line extended to the right, gives him a pick and roll looking for Miller. Ball knocked away by Zach Andrews on a steal. Gives it to Bennett, to Zach, layup good.
Nice job. Set up by Zach Steele, good pass from Tony.
Now it's down to 15 with 7:11 to play. And the clock rolls. Just needs stop. That was a great play by Zach defensively. Brower with it. Give it to Bradley inside. Threw it, and a charge wasn't called. Missed shot, and the ball is out of bounds by
That's
O'Brien.
And that was a charge.
Ball Jansen
That really
talking to
hurt.
Jim
They
West.
just got a
Yeah,
little
that would've-
momentum going, Dave.
Yeah, now they get a new shot clock.
And
Zach
the ball.
took a charge. Somerville will come in the next dead ball. With it is Bradley. He drives all the way down the baseline. Tough 10-footer. Good. What a turnaround that was. 65-48, back to 17. Looks like the Braves have turned them over. J.J. Twy is in the game, by the way. Bennett with it. Free throw line extended on the left. Going to drive to the free throw line, all the way down. Layup is good with a right hand. Tony Bennett. Down to 15, 65 to 50. 6.5 to play. Here's Brower. The intensity's picked up, but we might be a little late. Here's Miller with it, looks at a double, turns against O'Brien, a block-to-block pass is thrown away, knocked away by Bennett. 15th turnover for the Shockers. Here's Ruffin. Zach Andrews, lob inside is O'Brien. His hooker's good. Down to 12. Timeout going to be taken here by Mark Turgeon. Somerville back in, 6:01 to go. Well, now it's down to where, you get a couple more stops.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. There's still 6 minutes, a lot of time. We're playing at home. We got the crowd up a little bit now. We got something to be excited about. And we're getting the ball down close for our shots.
Tony Bennett is just, I can't say enough about what he's done out here. I mean, he almost single-handedly kept the Braves in the game.
Well, and Zach Andrews off the bench. He took a charge down there. It wasn't called. He made a steal and passed back to him for a basket. He's been a big factor off the bench as well, Dave.
65 to 52, 6:01 to go. The magic number was 66. The Shockers are a point away.
Bennett and Andrews both with 12 points down, 10 of them in the second half.
Zach gets a blow. Somerville is back in. 6:01 to play. Here's Brower with it. Can the Braves get another stop? Stopping a 3-ball. It's a 10-point game with 5 to go. With it is Cousinard. Free throw line extended on the right. Takes it into the lane. Give to Wilson. His 3-ball is up and missed. Rebound O'Brien. There's the stop. Now the score. Ruffin with it. He's going to go to the basket. Now has it knocked away. Get it back. Ruffin from Somerville. Need to get a good shot here. Down 12. Bennett with it. His pull-up jumper, Tony. Yes, indeed, for 3. It's a 10-point game. 65-55. Young will come into the next dead ball. We're halfway back. With it on the left is Bradley. Give it to Miller way out in front. Now Cousinard with it. Beats J.J. Twy to the baseline. Penetrate and kick, but J.J. fouled him. 17 on the shot clock. That is team foul number 6 on the Braves. First foul on J.J. Twy, so we'll reload the shot clock here. Inbound Cousinard. Young is in for Wilson. That's 2 big threes in the beginning of the second half. Cousinard to inbound left baseline. Looks at Brower, gives it to him in the corner. Drives baseline, block-to-block pass. Cousinard is fouled by Somerville.
And nice pass, penetration that time by the little guy, and got the ball to Cousinard.
Somerville's third. This will be 2 shots coming up here for Cousinard.
He made his only 2. He's a little over 70% on the season, Dave.
Yeah, you got to have help at this point.
Yeah.
5:05 to play. Wichita led by 23, I think. Cousinard's first is in and out.
Well, there's a little help.
We get this thing down to 6-5, and now the noose will really tighten. Cousinard's second one, that's good. There's the magic number. 11-point lead for the Shockers, 66-55 with 5 minutes to play.
Get a good shot, get one home.
With it is Bennett. Free throw line extended left. A ball fake. Get a ball screen. Somerville. There's a 3-ball left. It's good. 66-58.
Well, that was a good shot. Nice pass back from Bennett.
It's an 8-point game. Brower with it. Give to Cousinard right. J.J. Twy's on him. Now Young between the rings. Looks left, looks right. Gives to Miller. Now Brower 18-17 on the shot clock. Drives baseline, pull up, jumpers up and good. Brower sits everybody down. Back to 10, 68-58. 4:23 to play. Brower's really played a game here tonight. With it is Ruffin. Give it to Tony Bennett. His 3-ball is up, short. Air ball taken out of there by J.J. Twy. Now Ruffin from O'Brien. Somerville. And there's a hold away from play with 4:08 to go. That's only 16 fouls on Wichita. Second foul on Cousinard. So it'll be inbound time for the Braves. Down 10. Wichita State 68, Bradley 58.
I think they put the 5 up early. I think it's only 5, Dave, the second half.
Okay, 15 foul. All right. J.J. Twy got a big rebound off that miss. Look at a lob at O'Brien. Set at Somerville. Back to JJ. Inside pass is O'Brien. Turns and puts it in.
Good job. Good job.
Official time next dead ball, 68-60. 9 points for O'Brien. Under 4 minutes to play. Brower with it. See if the Braves can get another stop here. Miller with it or a turnover. Cousinard with J.J. Twy on him. Backs in, gets double, puts it up, and got it in. Tough shot. Cousinard throws it in.
Real tough shot in traffic.
70-60. Back to a 10-point lead. We'll have an official time in the next dead ball. Ruffin with it. The Braves have to score every time now. And there's Bennett with it. Tony beats his man a half a step. Pull up 10-footer missed. Rebound taken down by Brower. And he brings it across the timeline with 3:20 to play and slows it down. Gives it to Cousinard. Somerville is on him. Miller with it. Now it's Bradley. Backs up between the rings with 3:10 to play. Wichita 70, Bradley 60. Shot clock reads 16, now 15. 14. Going for the steal is Bennett. Bradley's penetration and gives it to Young. Drives, pull-up jumper with a left hand goes in. Foot on the line for two. 72-60. And Young, who averages 3.5, has been an assassin.
Eight the second half, 2 threes, Dave.
With it is Ruffin, 12 points down with 2:43 to play. A ball screen for Bennett from Somerville, who gets the bounce pass. Stops and looks, drives and backs in, turns and walks, wasn't called. Turnaround jumper's an air ball. 2.5 to play. And here comes Brower with it. We're still waiting for an official time.
They're going to bring it out and milk this.
With it, Cousinard. That shot by Young just about did it. With it is Brower, up high right. And Brower with it. 17-16 on the clock. 2:08, 2:07 to go in the game. Cousinard between the legs. Get all the way down against J.J. Twy. Almost slipped again. Somebody's going to get an ACL here before too long. There's a shot by Brower, missed. Rebound on the weak side, Tony Bennett, under 2 minutes to go. Minute 53 to go. With it is Ruffin. Penetration, bounce pass inside Somerville, and he's held.
And that's what's going to reset it.
16 fouls. We're back in a minute. 1:48 to play. Wichita State 72 and Bradley 60. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball, 1470 WMBD.
Cut it to 6 once, didn't we, Dave? I thought it was 6. Well, we cut 15 or so up. You can't get that far behind at home. Gee.
Back at Carver Arena, Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable. Wichita looks like they're going to notch their 13th win of the year, and Bradley will lose their 3rd in a row. You just can't lose home games. They've outscored the Shockers 41-33 in the second half, but trailed by 20. Actually, the player of the game is easy. Tony Bennett. 72-60, and Wichita State with the lead. The Braves have inbound when they come back, and Somerville likely will trigger. Well, we'll see.
Zach Andrews playing very well too, Dave. He's got 12 points in 22 minutes, 2 steals, an assist, and 7 rebounds. He leads Bradley in rebound in 22 minutes with 7. And both he and Bennett played very well in dire circumstances. We just can't get down that far at home. You know, we cut with 23 at one time. We cut it down to an 8. I know.
Yeah, 8. Bradley's assist to turnover is very good, set 15-7, but You score 19 points in the first half and get down by 20. You don't
Well,
win
and
many
you can't
games.
let them come in here and shoot 52% on you and 44 from the three-point range either, Dave. That was a couple of your keys, I think.
And the rebounds, the Shockers are
12 up.
Yep, that's about what they were when we played them before. J.J. Twy will trigger. Need a 3-ball to make this 9. Zach Andrews is in the game. There's Somerville. His layup is good. And a 3-point play opportunity the hard way.
Well, that's no time going off the clock as well.
So a chance to cut to Bradley has 3 timeouts left. Somerville, if he can make the 3-point play, will get it to 3 possessions and make it 9, 72-62. So Sellis to the line. Free throw is good. Now the Braves pressure in the backcourt. Here's Brower with it. Give to Cousinard. Poked at it, J.J. Twy. Cousinard backs up with 1:40 to play. J.J. tried to draw the charge, couldn't. That charge earlier that was taken, it wasn't called, was huge because then they scored. And a whistle, and a foul is called on the Braves. You know, the charge that Zach Andrews took, and then they scored right after.
They came right down and scores. Potential 4 different right there.
Foul on Twy is second. Ray Brown is going to come in. I thought. Now he kneels. Young at the line. He's 7 of 12 on the season. Free throw is good. He's been the guy that's killed us. If you think about somebody you didn't expect.
Yeah, he hit a couple threes and played pretty well.
He's got 9. 73-63. Zach Andrews is out. Ray Brown is in. We're about to lose our sign here. One more for Young. He made them both. Back to an 11-point game with 90 seconds to go. 74-63. Here's Tony Bennett. Drop down passes to Somerville, and he missed the short shot. And a block-to-block pass, and Somerville is called for the foul. Bennett made a nice feet pass into Somerville, and he missed the short shot. His 4th. So the Braves are going to drop to 8-6, 2-4 in the Valley, and lose a home game. Their 3rd loss in a row with Evansville coming in here on Saturday. And the chances of competing for a league title are slipping away here.
But they're not gone, Dave. This is really a loss that really hurts for a lot of games to be played yet.
Free throws up and miss. Finally, J.J. Twy the rebound. Give to Ruff with 1:22. He's across the timeline. Young is out on him. Ruffin tries to break him down. Threw it right to Cousinard, who spins away. And the Shockers are on the move. Will he pull it out? Yes. Smart play. 1:10 to go, and Ruffin fouls it. Fouls Bradley. We'll talk to Jim West after the game. The Braves got it down to 8 from 23, but that was it.
And credit Wichita, when he got down to 8, Dave, they made a couple big plays themselves. And they played very well. Wichita's come in there and played a very good game.
Bradley to the line. First of 2 is good. And Jim West wants time. 75-63, and one more free throw coming up for the Shockers, who will get a sweep over the Braves. And they'll get a sweep of the Central Illinois trip. And that's tough to do any year. Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. Central Illinois Bank postgame show is coming up. Wichita State will move to 4-2. Be interesting to see who wins that Creighton Northern Iowa game, Coach.
Did really well. Creighton went up there and played real well. They keep us, we took Creighton out of everything they wanted to do here today. We had them down 17-19 the first half and utterly destroyed them. But by and large, they keep themselves in the game, and they're doing that again tonight. And that's not going to be any picnic when we go over there either.
One more for Bradley.
He got 16, Dave. He's had a good game.
He's hit some threes. He's not really a scorer. He's the guy they want to make run the show. Second free throw is good.
Yeah, he's had 3 threes tonight.
Back to a 13-point lead, 76-63. Ruffin around one, around two. His layup is missed. The rebound is tipped in by Somerville, I think. Yep. With 1:01 to play, 76-65. Back to an 11-point game. With 1:01 to go, Bradley and Evansville comes your way on Saturday afternoon. Missouri State beats Illinois State 70-54. That game was close for a while, but it winds up being 16. Illinois State 1-5. Sycamores are about to be 1-5. The Aces are 1-4. The Braves are 2-4. They're moving to the bottom half of the league. Drake wins 76-59.
Well, we're going to play ourselves out of this day, but unfortunately, a couple of games got away there. It really hurt you.
And it'll be inbound time to Cousinard. And looks at Brower, who's really played well. All the Shockers have. Ball's knocked away by Tony Bennett and caused the turnover out of bounds. There's Tony again.
Tony doesn't give you anything,
No,
Dave.
he does not.
He contests them all, and then he can shoot in the clutch.
He needs a Purple Heart for this one. 59-9 to go. 76-65. Somerville off the inbounds pass. His arching shot is in and out. And a foul on the rebound. Sellis is just having an awful shooting year, isn't he? And I think he's dumbfounded as to why. 3 for 20. And what is he tonight? 3 of 11. 3 of 12 now. Free throws up and good. 77-65, and one more for Young, who was fouled.
Young's got 11 points now, Dave, all in the second half.
Second free throw is good. Boy, he has really picked it up tonight. He was not much of a factor in Wichita. 78-65. Ruffin, his three-ball desperation shot is good from the corner left. Ruff makes it a 10-point game again, 78-68. And Wichita calls time as they can't get the ball inbounds. They have one timeout left, 49.5 to go. Bradley basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. 1 o'clock for Braves Plus on Saturday. And Evansville will be in, the Aces.
Dave, I think we got 49 points in the second half.
Well, we had 19 at the half. And knocked off 10 off the lead, but fell behind by 23 before the push really happened.
Just gave up too many, and Wichita shooting very well themselves.
Brown, Twy, Ruffin. Ruff just threw in a 3. How many for Daniel? That is,
that's the second 3 of the night,
he's
Dave.
got 6. That's about right at his average.
Hadn't taken many shots.
Cousinard to inbound. 10-point game. 49.5 to go. The count is 2. The count is 3. Brower lost the ball off his foot.
Dribbled it off his foot.
But Somerville fouled him first. And that's it for Somerville. He fouls out. So Sellis leaves for the second time this year. And Will Franklin will come in.
Will Franklin returns for the Braves.
And Brower goes to the line. I thought Will played very well when he was in the first half. Free throw Brower is good. Shockers have shot some free throws, haven't they? They haven't missed many. I can only remember 2 in the whole night. 2, 3, 4. They missed 4. They made most of them.
Yeah, and they're 69 on the season, which is just fair.
79-68. One more Brower is good. 80-68 with 46 seconds to go. Ruffin guarded by Young. What a terrible foul that was. 17 of 21 the Shockers are from the line. Ruffin will go to the line with 2. This is only prolonging the agony, I think, Coach.
Yeah.
2 seconds left in the game. Creighton leads Northern Iowa on the road, 54-52. Dana Altman. Is he a magic man or what? He doesn't have Nate Funk.
Yeah, he's done an exceptional job, and the guy in Northern Iowa's done well too, Dave.
Ruffin's free throw's good.
He's won 3 games on the road, I think, already himself.
That's Bradley's 50th point in the second half. And it's not going to be enough. 80 to 70, 10-point lead as Ruff makes them both. He's got 8. O'Geary is fouled in the backcourt with 41.5. So O'Geary will go to the free throw line. I think this is his first trip there. Bennett picked up the foul. He's 31 of 38, 82%. So the Shockers are going to go to 13 and 4. And 4 and 2 in the Valley.
Had Miller and Wilson both on the bench. You don't want to get them hurt. It's a good idea.
First one, O'Geary is good. He's a good shooter. O'Geary is 40% from the field, 41 from 3. Handles it pretty well, 51-34.
Yeah, and he was
82%
from the line as well.
Ruffin the inbounds pass, gets it across the timeline with 2 to spare. Here's Bennett's 3-ball arches, and he's fouled on a 3-point shot.
Well,
Shockers are making every bonehead play they can here late as Brower fouled a 3-point shot.
Well, they did that out of Wichita, Dave.
82
they
to
played
70.
Awful well up until now.
They got just enough. So Bennett will go to the line with 3. Tony has how many watts? 15. The average is 12.2. Free throw's good. Tony was fouled on a 3-point shot last week, wasn't he? In Des Moines?
I think he was. He only had 1 basket at halftime, Dave.
82-71.
Several good defensive plays second half as well.
82-72. 36.6 to go. Tony was 17. Missed it. Rebound is tipped out. Last touch by the Braves. So Cousinard will inbound with 36.6, and it's still a 10-point game, 82-72. Which Creighton wins at Northern Iowa. Here's a whistle and a foul on J.J. Twy.
Now, I'll tell you, he made a pretty good play coming over the trap. He didn't have anywhere to go, actually, Dave.
So, Creighton 55-52. Blue Jays win at Northern Iowa. They're just amazing. Free throw, O'Geary is good. 83-72 with 34.7 to play. Second one's good. 84-72. Just been trading for about the last 6 minutes. With it is Ruffin, beats his man. His layup is up and good. Ruff's been in double figures as a result of his score in the last couple of minutes. Will Franklin goes for the steal against Bradley, 84-74. And Bennett fouls on Bradley. So he'll go to the line. This is like waiting out a death sentence. You know it's going to be midnight sooner or later. You know that we're dead men walking. 84-74. Bradley's free throws up and bounces in.
Yeah, my ring fell off this morning. I don't know where it's at. Luckily, I wanted to see
A lot of points. I can't remember the last time we've given up this many points, Dave.
Free throw bounces in.
Why not? They made all the rest of them.
86-74. Back to 12 again with 20 seconds. Ruffin against O'Geary, loses in and out of his hands, gives to Will Franklin for his 3 short. Rebound taken down Bennett. Drop it down to J.J. Twy for his first basket of the year.
Tony.
Ball's nearly stolen by Will Franklin with 10. 86-76. Brower with it. That should be the final score unless somebody fouls him, and there's no need. 86-76. Wichita State wins over the Bradley Braves. They score. How many points did we get in the second half? Did we get 55 points?
We had 19, Dave.
57 points in the second half.
57 in the second half and got beat by 10.
86-76 Shockers. Bradley drops to 8-6 and 2-4 overall. Stay tuned for the Central Illinois Bank postgame show. Shockers sweep the Central Illinois trip. Back on the postgame show coming up. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Bradley Athletics, the Braves drop to 2-4 in conference play, Shockers advanced to 4-2 in league play. They're now 13
Yeah, Danny got 10.
for the year. Scores in the Valley this upset at Northern Iowa. Creighton defeated the Panthers.
76 should be enough, Dave. Really should.
On the road. At Missouri State, Bears defeated Illinois State by 16. Missouri State 70, Illinois State 54. At Drake,
Lawrence got the collar.
in Des Moines, Iowa, Drake defeated Indiana State 76-59. Bulldogs over the Sycamores. And at Carbondale, a 28-point victory for SIU over Evansville, 66-38. The Salukis. Great shake on Evansville. Saturday here at 2 o'clock.